Good afternoon, everybody. Christine Barconi here in the NBC4 iStreaming Center, joined by NBC4 data journalist Ben Orner. Exciting news, a pet project of yours, Ben.
Yeah.
We're working on getting Ohio a state fish. Start from the beginning, explain, because this has kind of been a real big passion project for you over the past, few weeks, few months?
A few months. So back in July, for whatever reason, I was looking at a list. I looked up a list of every state's state fish because I think I was curious what Ohio's was, and I saw that Ohio is one of three states that does not have a state fish. We got Lake Erie, we've got the Ohio River, we've got thousands and thousands of miles of lakes and of rivers and streams, but we do not have a state fish, and that's because for decades there would be big arguments in the legislature from northern Ohio legislators and central and southern Ohio legislators, because the northern Ohio legislators wanted walleye, the folks farther south wanted smallmouth bass, and they would fight so much, and nothing ever got done. So many things were proposed.
Color me shocked, Ben. Color me shocked.
We got to bring folks together. So what we did was, for a few reasons, we decided let's try it. Let's have an open call for what people think the state fish should be. There hasn't been a bill, I think, for the last maybe 10, 15 years. So we're renewing it. So sometime, I think in August, we had like a submission, and more than 100, we got more than 100 submissions from people saying, like, this should be the state fish, this should be the state fish. And then last month, we had a poll for a week. You may have seen on the website, about 9 choices. They were walleye, yellow perch, smallmouth bass, bluegill, a like combination like unity ticket of walleye and bass, the catfish, crappie, goldfish, and muskellunge. Those are the 9 choices, and people voted. And today, this morning, we announced that walleye, the famous Lake Erie sport fish, won with 27.5% of the vote, nearly 1,000 votes in our poll. Smallmouth bass was actually third. Yellow perch, kind of like a compromise kind of fish that someone argued was second. So, but walleye, that's who won our poll, and so.
But we have a legislator involved.
Right. Yeah. So the idea is a few things. One, take people through the legislative process with this. Like teach people about the inner workings, like the things they don't hear. We usually just hear how polarized our legislators are, but let's take them through the legislative process and how democracy works and all that. 2, the environment is important, and the walleye and fish are just important to Ohio in general. So natural resources, raising awareness of that. And 3, it's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, COVID is bad, and politics is usually terrible. So let's have some fun with this. So
yeah.
I reached out to all the legislators who have districts that border Lake Erie, and after talking to some of them, State Senator Teresa Feder from Toledo, she is going to carry this bill as its primary sponsor, and then a couple other legislators have decided to co-sponsor or have like companion bills in the House.
So you're getting this done, Ben.
Things are happening. So we announced this morning, and you can see in the article on NBC4i.com. You can see the poll results, and then you can see and read about the early steps that have happened. So I talked to Senator Feder yesterday, and she said basically a lot of bills originate like this, either from a poll or from public opinion, or someone just comes to a lawmaker's office and says, hey, this is a problem, this needs to get fixed. So that's like step 1. That's the idea. That's how it goes from person to the representative. And the second is you got to write the bill.
So are you going to write it?
I'm not going to write it. So what happens, and this is great. This is, these are like the small things that people don't know about. So
I don't like, I write for a living. I almost said I don't like writing, but I don't think I would like writing a bill.
I could not write a bill. And most people couldn't. There's actually an office in the Capitol building called the Ohio Legislative Service Commission, and it's a team of writers and researchers who take requests from legislators.
News to me.
Yeah, so Senator Feder's office sent just a very simple request to the Legislative Service Commission saying, write a bill for us that would make Ohio the state fish. It would reference all the pertinent legalese and all that. So they're
all the whereases.
All the whereases. Every single whereas.
All the whereas.
All the whereases. And so they're going to write that, and then the next step would be once the Legislative Service Commission finishes writing the bill, then it gets a number, Senate Bill 199 or whatever it ends up being, and then it goes into committees and all that. But when those things happen, we'll bring further stories. But right now, this bill is about to be born. Don't know when exactly it'll become official into the record, but
Yeah.
this is how we are. How we're doing right now, and you can read about it on our website.
Can I read you my favorite comment so far? Actually, the only comment I like.
Oh yeah, sure.
Um, Kiana says, "Walleye slaps, but crappie would have been best."
Crappie finished 7th of 9. It got 4.2% of the vote. It's about 42 votes out of 1,000 ish.
Do you think it had anything to do with me butchering the name
No,
on TV?
no.
I got so much crap for that. God, get it?
Yeah, it's so much crop.
I got so much crap for that. I'm sorry. Do I look like I fish? Not a big fishing gal. Anyway, we got other people involved.
Yeah, it's great. The Toledo Walleye professional hockey team. They shared the story.
Yeah,
Seems like they want to get involved. That'd be cool.
that would be cool.
Yeah, and then so once this bill becomes a bill, once it's written by this Legislative Service Commission, then Senator Feder can, send the call out to her colleagues to get co-sponsors, and she'll have support when it goes through committees and all that. But that'll be future stories.
How you feeling? I feel like this is once it gets signed into law, you'll be amped. But I feel like we're pretty amped with this.
I don't want to say once it's signed into law.
What do you mean?
But
you're not confident?
Well, here's the thing. Past state fish bills, the reason that the walleye isn't the state fish is because for decades it would just be these fights. So we don't know how the democratic and legislative processes are going to go here.
That's fair.
But it is very exciting. It's something fun to give. It's something fun to come out of politics.
Yeah.
And we're definitely excited here.
I feel like this is going to go at the top of your resume if this gets passed into law.
It's going to go in the Twitter bio. It's going to go.
More importantly,
helped Ohio get a state fish. But it's pretty cool. It's kind of just started in July as like a dumb idea, and I just sent. I told Andy, who is used to be our editor.
Yeah.
Now he works for corporate, and I said
Hey,
Andy, come on, and he's like, yeah, go for it. And it was just a stupid idea, and
I don't think it's a stupid idea. I think it's cool.
Yeah,
I've learned so many things from you within the past 7 minutes of just us talking.
And that's the point: learning about the natural world and important fish, and learning about the legislative process. So that's the goal, and I welcome anyone's comments on the website. You can send me an email.
Some of these comments I could do without.
Find me on Twitter, and if there's a question you have, or something oh hey. There's this process that I don't understand. We can try to make special attention to that, and use something fun to inform people about how democracy works.
You should send a press release to the grade schools and let them know what you're doing.
Love to get the kids involved.
Let's get the kids involved. Any teachers watching right now? Let us know.
Actually, Senator Feder used to be a 4th grade government teacher.
Okay.
So
you and the senator need to team up and send out a release to the grade schools and get this out there so they can understand what's going on too, because that'd be cool. Yeah. Plus they can watch it all happen live. They can watch the debate. They can watch the vote all on the Ohio channel like we do. That'd be cool.
Yeah
We're gonna do this.
It's gonna be good. This is gonna be fun
for the kids. This is for the kids and for the adults.
For the kids. Yeah.
All right. One more question. You ever been fishing for walleye, and are you gonna go fishing for walleye now that you have this attachment to them?
I am from Pennsylvania, so I've never been fishing for a walleye. I went fishing as a kid.
For what?
Trout. The brook trout is Pennsylvania's state fish.
Okay.
But I have not gone fishing for walleye. But when I first talked to Senator Feder, she said oh, we got to get you up to Toledo, take you fishing for walleye. And she was I know the best spot to eat walleye, and I was like, all right, Senator.
Okay.
I'll do it. Let's go to a Toledo walleye game. If anyone from the Toledo walleye is listening, we'd love to have a nice professional sports team help us with this. That'd be
also send cool. Some walleye recipes. I've cooked walleye before. Ooh. But I from a fishing trip that I didn't go on, but it was brought back to me. I just pan fried it in butter, salt and pepper. But I feel like there's definitely a better way to cook it. Wendy, you're cracking me up with your comments, sis. Walleye Wall Street coincidence?
No.
I love it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. More information about the walleye, Ben's efforts, and our partnership with the senator are in the description of this video. And if you're watching on NBC4i.com, you can scroll down and read about it as well. And then I'll talk more about it on First at 4. And I won't say any other fish's name except walleye, which I am proficient in at this point. You should have warned me. This is on you.
Walleye. Just walleye.
Walleye.
2 syllables. You good.
No, I didn't say walleye wrong, Stephanie. We're still live. Bye, guys.